Welcome to another episode of Woody's Tapestry. Woody's Tapestry is all about putting things together and coming up with a little something and understanding what's going on. And I decided to take a look at this State of the Union that President Biden gave the other night. Now, I saw it. I thought it was decent. Parts of it was things that I could deal with, and parts of it wasn't. However, what I didn't do was lose my damn mind after hearing it, like a lot of these Republicans did. You know, when you go in and listen to stuff, they just lie about what this dude was talking about. And here's the thing I don't understand. Okay, so you got these two parties in the country. Now, they're supposed to be merged together or married together based off the citizens of this country. So the citizens should want the same things, meaning, you know, pursuit of happiness, life, liberty, and those sorts of things, right? That ain't the case. The only thing that this group wants to do is divide and smear and call hatred. Take a look at this.
TV, the president yelling at Americans for over an hour during one of the most hyper-partisan State of the Union.
And what I understand, look at how they word things. He was yelling just because the man was speaking like he had good sense and was speaking loud and wasn't mumbling like Trump does. Go ahead.
Unions. President Biden's lack of leadership was on full display in a speech designed to please his base of MSNBC flunkies and not the American people.
So if that's the case, if it's not for the American people, then why is it that the things that this dude has been doing for the last 2-3 years have been benefiting some of the people in America, and not just the 1%, but the other group, they only want to help themselves. They don't want anybody else to get anything. This dude is trying to help everybody. I thought that's what a president of the United States was supposed to be about.
Joe unleashing a...
Uh-oh.
It was must-scream TV. The president yelling at Americans for over an hour during one of the most hyper-partisan State of the Union. President Biden's lack of leadership was on full display in a speech designed to please his...
It's just the same thing being said over. Hey, I messed up on the tape. I may correct it, and then again, I may not. Here we go. Let it roll.
Base of MSNBC flunkies and not the American people.
And she got her nerve to talk about flunkies. Who got more flunkies than Trump? I mean, seriously, who got more flunkies than Trump? I mean, here's a guy that's not even a president, not even a political figure. And he can call up and tell the political guys that's supposed to be still representing the people, don't do something because I want it to look like I had something to do with it. So now my point is, what I'm trying to figure out is, well, who the hell you ain't running the country, but you sure is running that party. So let's go on with it. And this thing may start over again, but I'm going to let it roll. Roll. Uh-oh.
From President Biden, the families have not heard from President Biden's father. And one of the Gold Star parents was on one of the other shows this week, said she had never heard from President Biden. The families have not heard from President Biden. And, you know, their sacrifices are not remembered. They are literally sitting ducks in an open-air airport in Afghanistan.
Now, where's her proof of that? Now, see, they spew this kind of nonsense out. But shouldn't you have something, either in writing or some kind of way of corroborating that story, rather than just saying it and letting it go on the airway? That's why I can't believe it. Because you don't have anything to prove that what you're saying is correct. Let's roll with it.
And they arrest this guy. He's charged with a misdemeanor.
Well, you have to understand there are priorities, Judge.
Now listen to this, fool.
You're doing a speech, and the amount of potato chips in your bag is way important than the deaths that occurred in Afghanistan, according to...
Now, see, completely a lie. So you're going to say that this dude believes in the potato chips that's in a bag. He's more concerned about how many potato chips they put in the bag from the shipping company opposed to how many people was dying in Afghanistan. I don't believe it. Where is your proof? Corroborate.
This administration. I'm going to go out and say that Joe Biden surpassed expectations. How did he do that? Well, if you're ranking him against other leaders and other politicians and other speeches,
he's number one, because all the other politicians in all the other countries and everywhere, their economy is not at the same place where ours is. Let it roll.
That's not what people are doing. They're ranking him against himself. So by that metric, he did better than the very lowest standard possible, his own competence. He's grading on the curve of his own abysmal performances. It's kind of like being relieved that your car starts in the morning when it didn't start for a year. It's like, oh my God, I can't believe it started. You talk about energy.
And another thing that I find that's very stupid and ironic at the same time, and that is, anytime you hear any of these MAGA people speak, all they do is run on with their sentences because they don't want to give you time to break in to say anything because they know what they're talking is BS. This guy knows that he's full of it. I mean, this is why Fox got sued for that defamation case that they had, because coming on here giving false information, which is what they're doing right now. Let it roll. Anytime. Oh, so had I paused it? Oh, I see what's going on. Got some other nonsense going on up in here. Okay, here's the thing. I'm going to close this out because we don't need to look at all this other stuff. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to ring the bell so that you'll know when I drop another one of these pieces. And until we meet again, you're listening to Willie J for Woody's Tapestry. We'll see you the next time. Peace.